welcome back to Stampaholics Anonymous. Today I have for you a little haul and swatches for a new to me indie brand. Surprise, surprise, right? The brand is called Miss Sparkle, and I have been seeing a lot of Miss Sparkle, oopsies, all over my Instagram feed. So I checked the brand out on Etsy. That's where I bought these. It is a Dutch brand, so for once a brand that is like readily available to me here in Germany, because you know they just had to ship it across the border. It's not that far. And I got myself these 5 colors. Some of them I saw on Instagram and that's why I grabbed them, and some of them were just so intriguing. And you do know that I love the look of Corellis with a lot of different cool creative kind of glitters in there, so that's why I grabbed like the ones that I did, and then one that is sort of more in the shifting flaky kind of category. But let's look at the polishes, and then afterwards we're gonna do life swatches. First up we have Sinbad the Sailor. It's a orange to pink shifting base with a lot of different like shredded glitters in there. I see yellow hexes, I see triangles, blue, green, you name it, it's probably in here. So that's a very neat and very intriguing. Next up we have Bora Bora from the Blurple collection. Funny, right? And this one is like a teal base with a gold to green shimmer, I think. Like depending on how I turn the bottle, I can kind of see the gold or coppery shimmer shift to a green. And it has a bunch of those chameleon flakies in there that shift from a purple to a copper, maybe green, not sure. So also very interesting, you know, mixture. Next up we have Aubergine Circus from the Single Ladies collection, and this has, as the name might imply, a like aubergine eggplant for all the English people. Aubergine is like the term for a eggplant, so it has an eggplant. Wow, how many times can I say that word? A dark purple base with a bunch of different glitters in there, ranging from like little stars to hex glitters. Some of them are holographic, some of them are not. I spot some little round glitters also, so a lot going on in here. And I'm actually going to put this bottle like on its head so the glitters can move around before I swatch them. The next up we have Faudai, whatever, from the Pretty Purist collection, and again it has a teal base, you know I love my teal, and then a variety of different kind of glitters in there, ranging from also stars to triangles to circles in all kinds of different colors. No hollow in this one, but it doesn't always have to be hollow, right? And then, oops, stand up. Last and certainly not least, we have this one, which is called Scintilla, from the Pretty Purist collection. Girl, get your stuff together. And this one does have hollow in there. Yes, like hollow micro glitters in there. It's a blue base. Also a lot of variety in the glitter mixture here. Stars, hearts, hex glitters. Some are matte, some are shiny, some are hollow. A lot going on in here, and I'm very intrigued to find out how the formula is, because you know with those Corellis with a lot of glitter in there, the formula has to be really good for you to be able to get enough of the glitters out onto your brush, and then you know, distribute it evenly, and then be able to build the color and the glitters up, so you create that very neat 3D effect where you have glitters in all kinds of different layers, and it looks very interesting on your nails. And also the formula can't be too thick, or otherwise it's really hard to, you know, get an even coat of this. So I'm going to be doing, okay, that was Siri. I don't know why she keeps popping up. Goodbye Siri, go away, I hate you. And I'm going to be doing life swatches. I'm going to be setting up for those, and then I'm going to meet you back for a little final verdict of this little haul from Miss Sparkle.
Okay, we are starting off with this teal goodness that is called Bora Bora from the Blurple collection. It's the one that has this nice shimmer running throughout it, and I was very surprised to find out that this one dried kind of matte, not like 100% matte, but also not shiny on its own. I didn't mind that. That was totally okay. I'm going to show you pictures with and without top coat, or the other way around, without and with top coat. Formula wise, no issues here. Yes, it's a bit sheer on the first coat, so I am going to end up having to do 3 coats of this, but I didn't mind that because you can see here that it dried really, really quickly. The brushes were kind of a challenge, not so much on this one, but on some of the others. I'm going to point it out as we go. They had a weird shape on the bottom, like they weren't cut correctly, so it was kind of tricky to not hit your cuticles in some places. But like I said, 3 coats of this were good. Formula, very nice and easy to work with. No complaints at all. I really enjoyed this one, especially the shift in that shimmer was so nice on the nail. And next up is one of my favorite fictional characters, which is Sinbad the sailor. I used to love to watch that when I was a kid. We had like a lot of TV movies about that here in Germany or in Europe. I don't know where they were made, but I watched the hell out of those. Again, this one is a bit sheer, and here you can see the weird brush shape that I've been talking about before. You can see that it's not like straight and not rounded. It's like looking like it's not cut correctly. Formula wise, I was very happy with it, but it was here. I'm showing you the brush. Haha, I'm actually showing you the brush here. Formula wise, I was happy, but it was a bit sheer, and I had to do 3 coats, and I did not get out any of the fun glitters that are in the bottle. Okay, moving on to the next teal that I got that also has a bunch of fun glitters in there, which is called Fowdale, I don't know. I googled it, I couldn't come up with a good solution what it is. Again, very sheer on the first coat, and as you can see here on my pinky, I didn't get out as many glitters as I wanted in the first place. For some reason, I always have a hard time getting glitters on my pinky, and then by the time I get to my pointer finger, I have too many glitters and I don't know where to put them. I don't know why that is, but it always happens. But I kind of enjoyed that this one went on so sheer, because it means that you can do a nice little jelly sandwich kind of deal, where you have a thin layer of polish with the glitters and then put on another thin layer, more glitters, but in different places. So you create that sort of 3D effect. But it also means that this one will never get to like a full opacity in order for you to be able to see the glitters through the different layers of the polish. So I'm going to do 3 layers, and you're going to see in the swatch pictures that we are not reaching like full opacity of, you know, the color that is shown in the bottle. Okay, moving on to the next fun jelly with those fun glitters, which is called Scintilla. I think that was a monster out of either a Sinbad story or like from the Odyssey. I am not sure. And I'm not going to Google that. Anyway, same deal as with the teal one. On my pinky, I wasn't able to get out any of the bigger glitters. First coat is very sheer. Again, this one does not reach like a full opacity, but that's the way it's supposed to be because it is a jelly with a bunch of glitters in it. Yeah, but as opposed to the Sinbad the Sailor, I was able to get out plenty of the fun glitters. And as you can see here, I'm having a hard time placing them because I didn't have enough nail estate for them. So I really like this one. Last up is this purple beauty, which is called Aubergine Circus or Eggplant Circus. I don't know why she didn't call it that, but anywho. First coat was a bit sheer, but you know, I'm kind of used to that by now that you know, polishes go on rather sheer in the first coat, but not too bad because the base color of this one is very, very dark and there aren't as many weird or odd shaped glitters in here as are in the other ones, so the base doesn't need to be as sheer, so I am only going to do 2 coats. I didn't manage to get like too many of the glitter particles out, but that didn't really matter because the polish by itself is so pretty, and then the little glitters that I did manage to put on my nails look like stars in the sky. I really, really love this one, and awesome formula, dried pretty shiny on its own, and I really, really love this one.
Alright, you guys, that were my quick swatches of the 5 Miss Sparkle polishes that I recently bought, and I must say I'm very surprised. The first like acrylic with a bunch of glitters that I tried out was the Sinbad the Sailor, and I was like, meh, it's not really working. I can't get any of those exciting glitters out. But once I started getting into like the teal and the blue, that totally changed, and I was having, you know, a hard time finding room on my nails for all the glitters that I was getting out. So my 3 favorites are these 3 over here. First up, this Bora Bora, which sort of dries in a semi-matte fashion. I will have shown you a picture with and without top coat. Very intriguing. I love the shimmer in this, and I love it in its like semi-matte state. It really looks cool with that shimmer. And this is like a polish that is really hard to capture on camera. In person, I loved it even more than in the pictures. Love this one. And then the blue acrylic with those very exciting glitters in there, that glitter party, Miss Scintilla. I totally loved that. Blue is like so intense and it builds up nicely in 3 coats. It dried very, very quickly. All of these dried like so quickly that I even considered, you know, doing after the first coat. After the first coat, I considered just starting at my pinky again, because it was like dry already once I got to my pointer finger. So if you are doing like a full manicure with this, you could probably, you know, start at your pinky, move to your thumb, and then start at your pinky again. So these are real time savers. Love the blue one, the Scintilla, and my favorite is this Aubergine Circus. Even though I did not get out a bunch of those bigger glitters and I didn't get one single star, but there's not too many stars in here anyway. But the way that this one, you know, has this like blackened purple base, and it does shift a little from purple to black depending on what light you have, and then that subtle streak of hollow, and then those slightly bigger hollow glitters and colored glitters in there. Awesome. I love this color combo. It just sort of looks like a dark night with you know, a bunch of sparkling stars coming out. Really love this. I did show you all of these with top coat, by the way, and of course, since they all are acrylics with a bunch of glitter, you should always use at least one coat of top coat. Anywho, that was Miss Sparkle, and I'm certain that this won't have been the last time that I've ordered here. I'm curious to see what she comes up with next. These are not only available via Etsy directly from the Netherlands, but there are also some stockists in other places. I know there's one place in the US that sells these. I'm gonna, you know, look that all up and put it in the description box so you can, you know, look for these polishes wherever is closest to you and wherever it's easiest for you guys to get these. These are 10 milliliter bottles. So yeah, that's not bad for an indie, right? And I love the quality of this, and I love that they all dried so quickly. Time savers. Love it. So let me know that in the comments below which of these was your favorite. I can kind of guess that Meowlificent will really, really like this one. I know you will, girl. It's right up your alley. It's right the type of polish that you always prefer, I think, maybe. Yeah, let me know that in the comments below. Also, let me know if you've ever heard of Miss Sparkle, what other polishes from her that you know of and that you like. Yeah, and then that's it for today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you next time. Bye!